You are not defined by perfection. Your worth isn't measured by how well you meet someone else's standards. It's found in living authentically, embracing your imperfections, and appreciating your own unique path. When you stop chasing an unrealistic benchmark, you free yourself to enjoy life on your own terms. Courage comes from choosing to live for yourself rather than for someone else's expectations. Prioritize what truly matters to you rather than feeling pressured to fit into a mold that was never meant for you. In the end, a fulfilling life is one that honors your individuality, not one that tries to copy someone else's. Now that you've heard about these dynamics, I'd love to know what resonated with you. Have you ever felt the weight of these challenges in your own life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, let me know. And of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Take care of yourself, embrace your journey, and remember, you have the power to shape your life on your terms. See you in the next one. What starts as concern can evolve into a situation where you feel trapped, unable to break free from this cycle of dependence. This slow shift leads to a loss of autonomy, making you feel powerless in your own life. The frustration and helplessness that come with being constantly monitored can be overwhelming. You might feel like you're no longer in control, like your decisions don't matter. Instead of living life on your own terms, you feel like you're just following someone else's script. Beyond the loss of independence, this situation takes an emotional toll. Being treated as if you're incapable can chip away at your self-esteem. Instead of being recognized as an individual with rights and dignity, you might feel infantilized, as if your thoughts and decisions no longer hold weight. It's exhausting and frustrating to be in a position where you constantly have to justify your choices or feel that your well-being is in someone else's hands. So, what can you do? The first step is recognizing the signs of control hidden behind a mask of concern. If someone who claims to care for you is slowly taking away your ability to make decisions, it's time to set boundaries. Trust in your judgment and assert your independence. If you can still manage your own life, don't let anyone convince you otherwise. While asking for help when needed is perfectly fine, ensure that the help comes without conditions or a sense of control. Seek support from neutral professionals who can provide unbiased guidance. Whether it's a doctor, financial advisor, or social worker, speaking to someone who doesn't have a personal stake in your decisions can be invaluable. You have every right to live with dignity, control, and freedom. If a caregiver, friend, or relative starts crossing the line into excessive control, it's essential to push back and reclaim your space. At the end of the day, your happiness, well-being, and independence are in your hands. Don't let anyone take that from you. If you're still watching and finding value in these insights, drop a comment below. Let's continue this journey together. Now, let's talk about a different kind of challenge. The perfect image relative. We all know that one family member who seems to have everything together. Their career is flawless. Their family life seems ideal, and every social media post showcases another picture-perfect moment. Their achievements are celebrated, their vacations look like dream getaways, and their life appears effortlessly successful. These individuals project an air of having it all. Whether it's a new promotion, a beautifully organized home, or another impressive milestone, they always seem to be on top. Conversations often revolve around their accomplishments, leaving those around them feeling like they could never measure up. Their social media presence is a curated display of happiness, reinforcing the idea that their lives are somehow more successful and fulfilling than everyone else's. But here's the truth. Perfection is an illusion. No one's life is without challenges, failures, or struggles. The problem is that when we compare ourselves to these seemingly perfect individuals, we start feeling inadequate, especially as we age. The pressure to measure up can become suffocating. Seeing someone else's highlight reel can make you question your own path, your own choices, and whether you've lived a meaningful life. This comparison trap can be emotionally exhausting. Instead of focusing on your happiness, you might find yourself caught up in trying to match someone else's definition of success. It's a dangerous cycle, one that leads to self-doubt, unnecessary stress, and a constant feeling of falling short. So, how do you handle this? The answer is simple but powerful. Stop comparing. Your life is unique, shaped by your experiences, your choices, and your journey. Success is not a one-size-fits-all concept, and true fulfillment comes from defining your own happiness. Take a step back and recognize the value of your own life. Reflect on what genuinely brings you joy, whether it's meaningful relationships, personal hobbies, or simply enjoying the little things. At this stage in life, your focus should be on peace, joy, and personal fulfillment. However, when you are caught in the cycle of guilt-driven obligations, you miss out on the beauty of your golden years. Instead of enjoying meaningful relationships and exploring your own interests, you find yourself trapped in a web of never-ending expectations. This emotional exhaustion can also create tension within your family, causing fractures in relationships that should ideally be built on mutual love and respect. So, what can you do to break free from this pattern? The key lies in establishing strong, healthy boundaries and standing firm in them. When dealing with guilt-tripping relatives, practice asserting yourself with kindness, yet firmness. You do not need to provide elaborate explanations for saying no. A simple, "I appreciate your feelings, but I am unable to do this," is enough. You're not obligated to sacrifice your happiness to appease others. Being a kind and compassionate person does not mean saying yes to everything. True kindness includes respecting your own limits and ensuring that you are not being taken advantage of. When you set clear boundaries, you teach others how to treat you with the respect you deserve. Remember, prioritizing your well-being is not selfish. It is necessary for a balanced and fulfilling life. Do not let guilt dictate your actions. Reclaim your peace and emotional freedom. Now, let's move on to another significant challenge that can arise within family dynamics: the controlling caregiver. This type of relative often appears to be a loving and selfless individual who steps in to help with various aspects of your life, whether it's managing your finances, making health-related decisions, or overseeing your daily activities. On the surface, their intentions seem noble, and at first, their assistance may even feel like a relief. However, over time, this dynamic can shift in a way that erodes your independence. What initially seemed like helpful support turns into a mechanism of control, leaving you feeling powerless over your own life. The toxic caregiver gradually convinces you that you are incapable of making your own decisions, slowly chipping away at your confidence and autonomy. You may find yourself doubting your ability to handle even the most basic tasks, and before you know it, they are making all the choices on your behalf. This loss of independence is not just frustrating, it is dangerous. The more you allow someone else to take control, the harder it becomes to regain that authority over your own life. You start to feel trapped, constantly second-guessing your judgment and relying on their approval before making any moves. Their so-called help becomes an invisible cage, restricting your ability to live on your own terms. Why is this especially concerning as you age? Because maintaining independence is crucial for both your mental and emotional well-being. Losing control over your life can lead to feelings of helplessness, depression, and even a diminished sense of self-worth. You might feel as though you are merely existing rather than truly living. No one deserves to feel like a burden in their own life, and you should never be made to believe that you are incapable of making decisions for yourself. So, how do you reclaim your independence when dealing with a controlling caregiver? It begins with recognizing the signs and asserting your right to make your own choices. Start by setting firm boundaries and making it clear that while you appreciate their concern, you are fully capable of managing your own affairs. If their behavior persists, consider seeking support from trusted friends, professionals, or community groups that can help reinforce your autonomy. At the end of the day, your life is yours to live. You have spent decades making decisions, learning from experiences, and developing the wisdom that comes with age. Do not allow anyone to undermine that. Surround yourself with those who uplift and support you, rather than those who seek to control or manipulate you. True care and love come from respect, not control. If any of this resonates with you, I encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experiences and insights matter, and they can help others navigate similar challenges. There are moments in life when well-meaning care turns into something more restrictive, subtly undermining your ability to make decisions. You might start feeling like your choices are questioned, that you're seen as incapable of handling daily tasks, or that your independence is slipping away. Over time, this constant oversight erodes confidence, making you second-guess yourself. Without even realizing it, you begin relying more and more on others, believing their narrative that you need their supervision. As you age, your focus should be on embracing peace and enjoying the present moment. Yet, when surrounded by someone who insists on being right at all times, it can rob you of that sense of tranquility. Instead of appreciating the wisdom and clarity that come with experience, you may find yourself caught in an ongoing struggle to defend your choices. This can be incredibly draining, making you feel as though your own needs and demands are being disregarded. To protect yourself from this dynamic and preserve your emotional well-being, it is essential to set firm boundaries. While it is okay to listen to their opinions, since they may come from a place of concern, even if misdirected, you do not have to accept or act on them. Your life is your own, and your decisions should be made based on what feels right for you, not on someone else's rigid beliefs. If you find yourself in a conversation where they are overstepping or dismissing your views, calmly but assertively remind them that you value their input but have the right to your own perspective. A simple statement like, "I appreciate your concern, but this is a decision I have made for myself," can help reinforce your autonomy. You do not need to justify or explain your choices to anyone, especially someone who consistently insists that they know better. Asserting these boundaries may be challenging, particularly if this person has been a dominant presence in your life for many years. However, it is crucial to reclaim control over the decisions that shape your future. By standing firm in your beliefs and making it clear that you will not tolerate being constantly undermined, you protect your self-worth and emotional health. Do not let their insistence on being right diminish your confidence or disrupt your peace of mind. It is perfectly okay to assert your independence and prioritize your happiness, no matter how persistent they may be in pushing their views onto you. Stand firm in your choices and decisions, ensuring they align with your values and well-being. Never allow yourself to be pressured or guilted into actions that don't serve your best interests. With the wisdom and insight that come with age, you have every right to assert control over your life without feeling burdened by external expectations. No one should have the power to strip you of that autonomy. If you're still here watching this and finding these insights meaningful, take a moment to drop a comment below with the number 2. This lets me know that you're still engaged and following along. Thank you for dedicating your time to this discussion. Now, let's talk about a type of family dynamic that can be emotionally exhausting: the guilt-tripping relative. This is the family member who has mastered the art of emotional manipulation. They have an uncanny ability to make you feel obligated to cater to their needs, even when you've already sacrificed a great deal of your own time, energy, or resources. These individuals are skilled at pushing the right emotional buttons to make you feel indebted to them, regardless of how much you have already given. You might frequently hear phrases such as, "After everything I've done for you, this is the least you can do," or "I'm really disappointed that you won't help me. I thought you cared." These words are intentionally designed to instill guilt and make you feel like refusing their demands will ruin your relationship or cast you as an ungrateful person. The subtlety of their manipulation makes it all the more dangerous. They create an atmosphere where you feel personally responsible for their happiness, making it incredibly difficult to say no. Over time, these interactions can take a severe toll on your emotional health. The constant pressure to comply with their demands can lead to anxiety, stress, and deep-seated resentment. You might start to feel that no matter how much you give, it is never enough, and the weight of this expectation can become unbearable. If you constantly put others' needs before your own, your well-being suffers, leaving you exhausted and emotionally drained. What's the solution? Set clear financial boundaries. It's okay to say no. You worked hard for your money, and you deserve to enjoy it without feeling obligated to rescue someone who isn't taking control of their own situation. If you truly want to help, consider offering advice rather than financial support. Encourage them to seek financial guidance instead of relying on you as their safety net. By recognizing the impact that these types of relatives have on your life, you can make choices that prioritize your happiness and peace of mind. Relationships should add value to your life, not create unnecessary stress or strain. Protecting your emotional and financial well-being is not selfish. It's necessary. You've earned the right to live with joy, comfort, and peace. And distancing yourself from toxic family dynamics is a step in the right direction. Lending money to a relative, especially one who has a track record of not repaying or changing their financial habits, can quickly turn into a cycle that is hard to break. It can put a significant strain on your finances and create an emotional burden that becomes heavier with time. Continuously bailing out a family member who does not take responsibility for their financial well-being can lead to deep-seated resentment, not just toward that person, but potentially toward your family as a whole. When you are constantly the one providing financial support, without seeing any real improvement in their habits, it can feel exhausting and disheartening. You may start to feel unappreciated or taken for granted, and the frustration of the situation can make you question the nature of your family dynamics. The emotional toll of such interactions is often just as damaging as the financial loss, leaving you drained and conflicted about your relationships. If this pattern continues, it may even lead to a permanent divide as trust and respect begin to erode. The more you give, the more they may come to expect, and before you realize it, you could be stuck in an endless loop where saying no feels impossible. The most effective way to handle this situation is to establish firm and clear boundaries. Declining financial assistance does not mean you do not care. It simply means that you are prioritizing your well-being as well. If you are unable to provide financial help, be honest and direct without feeling guilty. You could say something like, "I'm sorry, but I am not in a position to lend money right now," or "I can't offer financial support, but I am happy to help in other ways," such as providing advice or helping you find alternative resources. This approach allows you to protect both your financial stability and your peace of mind while still offering a form of assistance that does not put you in a difficult position. It is crucial to remember that as you age, safeguarding your financial security is of utmost importance. Your savings are meant to provide you with comfort, stability, and peace of mind during your later years. Constantly giving away money to someone who refuses to take control of their financial situation can jeopardize your own future. You're not obligated to sacrifice your financial security for someone who is unwilling to take responsibility for their own life. Setting clear boundaries and sticking to them is not only a way to protect your resources, but also a means of maintaining the integrity of your family relationships. You have worked hard to secure your future. Do not let anyone take that away from you. If you are still watching this video and finding this discussion valuable, please comment one below to let me know you are engaged. Thank you for your time. Another relative to be mindful of as you grow older is the one who always believes they are right. This individual is convinced that their opinions are superior, and they make it a point to assert their authority in nearly every conversation. Whether it is about your health, lifestyle choices, or decisions you have made over the years, they seem to have an opinion on everything. Their perspective is presented as the ultimate truth, and any attempt to challenge it is quickly dismissed. Engaging with such a person can be exhausting, especially when it happens frequently. Their constant need to be right can take a significant emotional toll, leaving you feeling invalidated and unheard. When someone continually dismisses your thoughts and experiences, it can lead to unnecessary stress and self-doubt. Over time, this can diminish your confidence and make you question the choices you have made in life. However, it is important to recognize that your decisions are based on your values and lived experiences. You have spent a lifetime shaping your path, and no one has the right to undermine that. Have you ever noticed how certain family members seem to drain your energy the moment they enter the room? After turning 60, you might find that some interactions leave you feeling exhausted, anxious, or even guilty. While family is important, it's equally crucial to protect your well-being and peace of mind. Some relatives, whether they mean to or not, can negatively impact your emotional health. In this video, we'll explore 6 types of family members you may want to distance yourself from for the sake of your happiness. You'll definitely want to stay till the end. Number 5 might surprise you. Before we get started, I'd truly appreciate it if you like this video. Your support allows me to continue sharing valuable insights on aging and well-being. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you do so and turn on the notification bell to stay updated. If you enjoy this content, comment 1 below. If not, comment 0 so I can improve my videos for you. Let's dive right in. First, the relative who thrives on drama. We all know someone who turns the smallest issue into a full-scale crisis. This individual has a special talent for exaggerating problems, creating unnecessary conflict, and ensuring that they remain the center of attention. For them, every minor inconvenience becomes a major event, and they drag everyone around them into their emotional whirlwind. Picture this. A peaceful family gathering quickly turns chaotic because this person has a new grievance to air. Perhaps it's an argument with a neighbor, a disagreement with a colleague, or even a misunderstanding that they refuse to let go of. Their tales are endless, and their energy is contagious, but not in a good way. Instead of enjoying a pleasant conversation, you find yourself caught up in their latest episode of unnecessary turmoil. Engaging with such individuals frequently can take a toll on your mental and even physical health. Research has shown that constant exposure to stress can lead to conditions like high blood pressure, anxiety, and insomnia. It's as if your body is in a state of perpetual alertness, never getting the chance to truly relax. As we grow older, prioritizing peace of mind becomes essential. The stress caused by a drama-prone relative isn't worth sacrificing your well-being. So, how do you protect yourself? First, acknowledge that their patterns of behavior don't require your participation. Just because they're constantly stirring up chaos doesn't mean you have to be part of it. Setting firm boundaries is key. Let them know you care, but won't engage in their constant turmoil. If necessary, limiting your contact with them may be the best course of action. Your energy is precious, and at this stage in life, it's important to reserve it for relationships that truly bring you joy and fulfillment. Next, beware of the family member who always seems to need financial help. The money leech is the one relative who, no matter how many times they borrow money, always finds themselves in another financial crisis. Their reasons range from unpaid bills to sudden emergencies that require immediate cash, and somehow they always turn to you for assistance. This relative has mastered the art of making you feel guilty if you refuse to help. They know exactly what to say to trigger your sense of responsibility, even if their financial troubles are due to poor decisions. The problem is, constantly bailing them out doesn't just hurt your savings, it also prevents them from learning financial responsibility. As you grow older, financial stability becomes increasingly important. Many people rely on a fixed income, such as pensions or savings, and any unnecessary financial strain can disrupt long-term security. Constantly lending money to someone who refuses to manage their finances responsibly can put your own stability at risk.